So I didn't see a ton of the game last night, shockingly I was busy, but judging by the replays and the stats, it was pretty crazy. Travis Kelce had 4 touchdowns, Josh Jacobs went off again. Sounds like there was a really bad roughing the passer call, and of course, who can miss the ending? Hunter Renfrow collides with Davante Adams on the final play of the game. Ugh. And then Davante Adams also shoved a cameraman. Can't do that. Man, at this point, honestly, the NFL really just shouldn't be free. Seriously, I'd pay $10 a month for this. Right now, it's free comedy. Anyway, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and happy Tuesday. So the original plan for today was going to be the list of elite, but I'm tweaking it slightly because half the list was running backs. So instead today, I'm just going to be giving you guys my top 10 running backs through week 5. This will be good because there's definitely a couple faces on here I didn't expect to see at all. And there's also a couple of people who I thought would be on this list who aren't. Couple quick things before we hop into the video. 1, head over to gfuel.com. Use code WyattzWorld. Save yourself a discount on any G Fuel product. And 2, if you're 18 years or older, you can download Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app, where code WyattzWorld will match up to $100 of your first deposit. Remember, always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Alright, so really quick before we get into the list, as always, I need to say this and people still don't understand. This is my opinion. If you disagree with me and you want to talk about it, that's fine. If you're going to yell at me, I don't care. This is my top 10 running backs after week 5 currently of this year. So, starting off with number 10, I'm gonna give it to Dameon Pierce. I like this guy and I like him a lot. He's a hard runner, he's a fast runner, and he's honestly just like a mini Nick Chubb. Also, his ability to catch seems to be improving every single week. There's no doubt in my mind this guy is gonna maintain his position as a key component in the Houston offense. 5 weeks into this man's first NFL season and he is sitting 5th right now in rushing yards at 412. He's also got 3 rushing touchdowns while averaging 4.8 yards a bump. I know it's young, I know it's premature, but right now I think he looks like a top 10 back. Moving on to number 9, we have Jonathan Taylor. Shockingly, but hear me out. JT is still JT. It's been a slow start not only for him, but for his entire team. It's also unfortunate that he had to miss a game last week, but in the time he's played, he's still gotten 328 yards and a touchdown. He's still doing fine. He could be doing so much worse. In my mind, JT still remains one of the most talented players in the league at his position, and I have no doubt in my mind he's gonna bounce back. Like I said, slow start, but right now he's still no question a top 10 back. All right, moving on, we got number 8, and I'm going to go with Aaron Jones as of right now. This might be a questionable take to some people, but in my mind, he is still fantastic. He is as fantastic as he ever has been. A.J. Dillon is the reason his carries are so low, man. They're giving half of it to him. If he wasn't there, this guy would be going off. Aaron Jones is one of those guys that once he gets rolling, you cannot stop him, and his ability to catch the ball just makes him all the more dangerous. Right now, Aaron Jones is sitting at 61 rushes for 390 yards off of 6.4 yards a blast. He has 1 rushing touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown, and 14 receptions. I understand he could score more, but you gotta understand he's splitting carries. I think he's number 8. All right, and moving on to number 7, we've got Josh Jacobs. Dude, I was pretty wrong on him. Now, I never said he was a bad running back. I just said he wasn't great. Not to bag on my own guy, but I kind of thought he was like a Devin Singletary as a rusher or something like that. But in recent weeks, that would show much differently now, wouldn't it? Not only has Josh Jacobs stepped up in the receiving portion of his game, but his run game has been absolutely dominant the last 2 weeks, and yesterday he was playing the best run D in the entire league. Josh Jacobs is showing everybody right now that he is still the guy that they got out of Alabama, and if Josh McDaniels has done one thing right this year, it's his usage with his running back. Hell of a bounce back so far, Josh Jacobs. I'll take you at 7 right now. All right, next up, we got number 6. It is Austin Eckler. I've always loved this guy, you know that, but what did I say about him last week? I said he is not the guy to rush for 150. He's gonna run for 60, catch for 50, and get you 2 touchdowns. I say that, he goes out and runs for 173. Apparently he is a 150 a game guy. Honestly, that could have been his career high, but in all sincerity, this guy is so good at what he does, and he is so much fun to watch when he goes to work. At full speed, he makes defenders bounce off of him. He can make catches like he's a number 1 wide receiver. The fact that this man went undrafted is just so absolutely mind-boggling to me. He's one of the many, many diamonds in the rough. Austin Eckler will take you at number 6. Moving on to number 5, it is Delvin the Chef Cook. He is still great. I know I said he had a slow start, and he kinda did, but he is really cranking it out now, and if you've watched the Vikings, you would know. Sadly though, we are at the point where we need to recognize and understand Delvin Cook's not young anymore. However, he still has plenty left in the tank. Still tremendous at all aspects of the game, and he's the best in the world on his feet. Right now, he's sitting at 373 yards and 3 touchdowns. I bet you if he doesn't get hurt by week 10, he's gonna be right around 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Still taking my boy at number 5. All right, on to number 4, Christian McCaffrey. Can't believe I just said that. I hate his guts. Well, I hate him because of fantasy, and that's the only reason. Dude, he has been really, really good, and that has always been my beef with McCaffrey. I've never once said he's bad. I've never ever been that dumb. It's been his health. That has always been the argument. If he plays, he is absolutely tremendous. If he doesn't play, he's absolutely useless. And unfortunately for this guy, his health is such a teeter-totter that nobody can ever be comfortable with him. But again, that's mainly just looking at it from a fantasy standpoint. On the year, he has 72 rushes for 324 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, he's sitting at 26 receptions, 188 yards, and a touchdown. That would be so much better if Baker wasn't his quarterback. CMC is still a dog, and if he's healthy, he's hard to beat. I'll take him at number 4. Moving on to number 3, we've got Szechuan. Oh, do we apologize now? Do we just get it out of the way? I already kind of did apologize to him once, but Saquon, I am sorry. Doesn't do the justice. Saquon Barkley, I apologize for saying you were cooked. I apologize for saying you'll never turn back to your rookie form. And I apologize for slandering the Giants over the last 2 years. Can I take this off now, please? On the real though, Saquon's been running hard, he's been running good, and he's been flat out winning games for New York, man. He has been one of the best running backs in the league, no doubt about it. 97 carries, 533 yards, 5.5 yards a carry, 3 rushing touchdowns. If I was picking a running back in the NFL right now after 5 weeks, Saquon Barkley would be the 3rd guy I grabbed. All right, moving on, we got number 2, it is King Henry. Yes, I still think he's that good, Jesus Christ. He was just like Delvin Cook. He started off slow, but now he is rolling. His last 4 games, he scored 5 touchdowns. His last 2, he's run for over 100 yards. One of the biggest, most physical, most powerful running backs in the history of the NFL. He's gotten hurt 1 time. That might have set him back briefly, but right now I think he's back to full steam. This should be the guy that we've seen the last 3 years in Tennessee, and that is really damn good. If you want to write Henry off, do it. If he doesn't catch the ball and you don't like that, I understand. But as a pure runner, I think he's the 2nd best in the NFL still. And moving on to number 1, it is no shock to anybody at all. Nicholas Jamal Chubb. 98 rushes, 593 rushing yards, 6.1 yards a carry, 7 fucking touchdowns in 5 games. This man is a demigod! You think you're good at something in the world? Think again, because Nick Chubb is better than you at it. There is no answer for this guy. There has never been an answer for this guy other than an injury. That's the only thing that can keep him down. And by the way, I found out why he stands straight up in the backfield. It's so he can scan over and see the defenses, which is just an intelligent move by him. This guy is seriously, he's so special. He's so unique. Did you know in the NFL, not only does he lead the league in rushing yards, but 3rd place behind Saquon is Nick Chubb after contact. Like, that is how good he is doing right now. I consider this man a brother to me. Every night when I make dinner, I set a spot for Nick Chubb and I fill that plate. Now, he never eats it because he doesn't know who I am, but it's there. Every Christmas, I get him a Christmas present. He doesn't open it because he doesn't know I exist, but it's there. Every single night, I set out a whey protein shake and 3 protein cookies in hopes that Nick Chubb will come down my chimney and pay me a visit, and he never does. But the milk and cookies are always there. Nick Chubb is the best in the world, and I will certainly take him at number 1 overall. All right, guys, and that is going to be all for my top 10 running backs after week 5. I hope you liked this video. If you did, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my best to post every single day. With everything I just said, I'm going to hop off and get this edited so I can go film NFL therapy. I hope you guys have a tremendous rest of your week. And as always, I will see you in the next video.